What's up, guys? See through here, and if I got some tips for you for green hell, it's gonna be a long ride. So pull up a seat. Let's get it. All right, tip number one. Here we go. Hold down F to check on your different nutritions. Here we got proteins, carbs, fats, and water. Make sure you keep those as full as you possibly can throughout your playthrough, because yeah, it affects your stamina and your health and everything else. And secondly, if you're holding down F and you use your scroll wheel, it will give you longitude, latitude, and your north, south, east, and west, as well as the time and day. All right, so the very first thing you're going to want to do in this game is you're going to want to find a stick. Look at that. We got one right here. And a feather. A tiny stick. Then you're going to want to find a rock. We got one of those right here. You're going to right click on it and click harvest, so you can get some smaller rocks out of it. And then we are going to make our first item here. So we're going to throw a rock and a stick onto the crafting stone here and click craft and get our stone axe. It's going to equip it to our number one. And this right here is the plant you use to make bandages. It's got little yellow flowers on the bottom. Can't remember exactly what it's called. Moliona plant or something like that. But you're going to whack this plant until you get all the goodies out of it. Hey, there we go. Gave us a couple leaves there that you use for bandages. Now all you gotta do to craft the bandages is you just open your bag with tab, you right click and hit craft, sends it over to your crafting rock, and you just click craft. Now these will, if you get cuts or abrasions, like while you're in your bag here, if you click on the magnifying glass over here, you get to look at your arms and legs. All good, make sure there's no leeches, dirt or anything like that on you. And then you take a bandage and you drag it over your cuts or bruises or what have you. Alright, at this point you just start chopping down some trees with your axe here. If you notice in the very bottom right hand corner, that's where your durability of your weapon is. Now you can do a couple different things. When you chop down a thicker tree like this, it's going to drop logs.
Stupid piece of shit.
Oh, okay. Well, our axe is broken. So you can turn these logs into, hold on, let me make another axe. You can either right click on them and harvest, or you can just chop away at them here. Logs will give you 2 long sticks and a plank, and more or less you need the plank and a small stick. If you craft on the plank here, pull up a small stick, that will make your hand drill for making fires. But you can turn long sticks into regular sticks and regular sticks into small sticks. We harvest this regular stick here, it'll give us, on the right side you can see it gives us 3 small sticks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of a stick that you will need in this game. Another item you're going to need is these lianas here, which are used to make ropes. Make sure you gather as many as you can find. They're normally on these big thick trees, so there's one there and one there and one back there. Alright, so once you have kind of a general concept of how that works, we're going to want to pull up our notebook by pressing N and going over here to the building materials, and you want to find one of these shelters that says allows to save a game. And you're going to want to place down the blueprint just like so and get to building it. so once you build the shelter, there's only two things left you need to build to kind of get started with the game here, and that would be a bed and a fire. So we're going to gather up as many sticks as we can here. I believe it takes 8 big sticks and 8 little sticks to make a fire. I'll try and just gather up as many as it'll let me carry here real quick. Okay. Alright, now we're going to pull up our notebook and go to the fire tab. And we're going to place a small fire underneath our shelter here. And fill it in with, we need a couple more small sticks. You can just come to your inventory and harvest the bigger sticks. And that'll create small sticks for you. Looks like we need 3 more, so we're going to go ahead and harvest those. Okay, and that should get us started. Now if we go back to our bag on the very last tab and attach our hand drill, we're going to have to get a ember here first, which these dried leaves that I chopped down from this tree right here, if you right click on these, actually, hold on, you don't have to right click, you just take them and it puts the dried leaves in your bag. Alright, so now we come over here, pull out our hand drill. He starts turning away on it. You grab your dry leaves here and you drag them onto your hand drill.
Bitch!
And he's going to make an ember. We take that ember and we place it inside of the fire. Just like that. And we have a fire. Alright, and then the last thing we need to get started here is a bed. Gonna come down to the last building tab here and grab a leaf bed and use the right trigger to right click to rotate, and we're gonna place it right here. Now the reason we put this underneath the shelter here is to hopefully prevent it from the rain putting it out. So we're just gonna need 10 palm leaves. Snatch up these and come over here, press E to build it. And we need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Alright, there we go. Now we have a bed to sleep through the night. So to save the game, you hold E to save the game on the top here. And to sleep, you click on that. And then when you want to make food, you more or less just drag it from your inventory onto this spot and this spot. And it'll pop up with a timer above it that will tell you when it's done. Alright guys, hopefully these tips helped you out a little bit. If they did, be sure to hit that like button. And subscribe for future content, guys. Thank you for hanging out and watching. Have a good one.